What's up, everybody? It's What the Gym, and I'm joined by Jason the Millennial again. And in this live stream, we're ranking the 11 Ringo Starr Beatles songs. I'm really excited to do this. How are you, Jason?
Oh, doing well. Been looking forward to this. Doing another one with you, Adam. Always enjoy doing these live streams.
Yeah, same here. And it was actually Sam St. John who inspired this idea. He did a video of ranking the 11 Ringo songs, and I thought I was going to do it as a live stream and invite Jason for it. So here we are. Yeah. So, but before we get started, Jason, if you could tell everyone a bit about your channel.
Yeah, Jason the Millennial. I cover movies and music on my channel. Mostly, I don't cover so much new movies as much, except for streaming. I watch a lot of streaming. I don't go to the theaters all that much. So I try to cover what's I've been watching that way. Also try and do different rankings with my favorite. Like I've been covering my top 10 of each decade. I'm up to the 1970s. I'll probably do next week. And then music-wise, I've been going down, ranking my top 100 favorite albums. I'm at number 38 now on that list. And then ranking every single Beatles song. And I'm like at 88 or something like that on that list. So just continuing those rankings and then doing these live streams.
Awesome. And I've got Jason's channel in the description below. Please go ahead and subscribe to him. And also, you can let us know in the chat or in the comments your favourite Ringo Starr Beatles songs, or rank them all with us. It's entirely up to you. But I guess we can now get to it with your 11th favourite Ringo Starr Beatles song, Jason. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, and I just want to say, like, it's pretty remarkable that Ringo has 11 songs, because I don't think it was ever his aspirations to be a lead singer. I think he just wanted to be a drummer. I think that's all he ever wanted, was the best drummer in the world. And the fact that he gets these opportunities with the Beatles and that he has a solo career afterwards, even though singing's not really his best quality, I would say. Not to be mean to Ringo, it's just that he's not as good as John, Paul, or George as far as vocally.
Yeah.
But still pretty miraculous that he's, done so well, I guess. Just to say that about Ringo, I marvel at that. He's definitely my least favorite singer out of the group. No offense to Ringo, it's just the way it is when you're with superstars like he is.
He sounds most Liverpoolian when he sings.
What's that?
He sounds most Liverpoolian when he sings.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so vocally he's not the best. But like as I looked at my list, I think definitely the earlier rock songs I'm not as crazy about, but I think he's better at more country sounding songs and more softer songs. I think vocally he's better at. That's what I found when making my list anyway. So that's kind of, you'll see that on my list here. Number 11, to me, it was kind of easy to put this here because it's the song I listen to the least amount, and that is Matchbox, which is a cover song of Carl Perkins.
Yeah.
One of the 2 covers that he does of Carl Perkins songs. And I don't hardly ever listen to this one because it's not on any albums. It's a B-side single. And the only time I listen to it, if I'm listening to Past Masters Volume 1, that's like the only way you really get across this song. And so I just don't know. I never really grew up listening to the song at all. And so it's one I'm just least knowledgeable about. It's definitely it sounds like a 50s rock song. Carl Perkins being a Carl Perkins song. And I don't know. I just don't think Ringo's vocals are really good at these early rock songs. I don't know. That's just me, but I don't enjoy his vocals as much on these really fast pace. And I don't know. I'm just not as crazy about these early 50s style rock songs when the Beatles do them. I just like the Beatles when they do their stuff because they're so good when they do their turn at the time. I feel like, and this song is it's like less than 2 minutes. It's a really fast listen.
Yeah, just under 2 minutes.
It's crazy when you listen to it, you're like, wow, that went by fast. So it's just a very unmemorable song to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. And I'll be getting to that one very shortly. That we got going on here. We got Briar saying, hey,
Hey,
hi,
Briar.
Jason. Hello, Briar. And we've got my dad, Toonami Steve. He's saying, Ringo wasn't even the best drummer in the Beatles. Wasn't that a John quote? Yeah. I think it was a John or Paul quote, that one. But in my opinion, he is the best drummer, Ringo.
I think
The
he's probably the
Beatles.
best drummer. Paul
Yeah.
could drum, but
Mm-hmm. And Brian said, I've always preferred listening to Ringo's speaking voice. Who grew up on it. But I like he likes Ringo's singing too, though. Very
yeah.
cool. So I guess I'll get to it. My number 11, which isn't Matchbox yet,
Not
but
Matchbox.
it will be very soon though. That it might be quite controversial on this, but my number 11 is "Don't Pass Me By"
Okay.
from the Beatles' White Album. I think this is the only good Ringo song. I think the rest are great to amazing, in my opinion. I think this song just, in my opinion, just goes on a bit too long. But I still do really enjoy it though. But towards the end, the tunes just gets a bit monotonous to me. But I do quite like Ringo singing in this, and I do quite like the lyrics. And I think Ringo, this is one of the first songs that Ringo ever wrote. And for years he wanted it to be in the Beatles album, and he finally got it
We
on the
finally
White
got it.
Album. Yeah, 1969. I've not really got too much else to say about it, but I'm not sure if there's like a harmonica in it, but there's it's another sort of instrument going on in the background. I found
Yeah.
when I was listening to it today. But
Yeah.
it's not one I'd skip, but probably we don't listen to it if I'm listening to the Beatles' White Album though. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I
that's my
agree.
number 11.
All
So I
right.
guess you can do your number 10 now, Jason.
Number 10, it's another Carl Perkins song called Honey Don't. I really don't, I don't know if this is a hot take. I don't like Carl Perkins music. Like, they covered 3 Carl Perkins songs, and they're like my least favorite Beatles songs. George did another one, I believe, off of Beatles for Sale as well.
Yeah.
I don't like that song either. I don't know what it is. Carl Perkins is like a rock singer songwriter of the 50s that I never really heard of, except for George Harrison's like a big Carl Perkins fan. So I always hear him talked about when George Harrison talks about his favorite musicians, and I'm like, who's this guy? And then when I hear his music, I'm like, I don't get, this guy's not, to me, up there with Elvis and Chuck Berry and Buddy Holly, are the greats. And of course, Jerry Lee Lewis just passed away. Those
Rest in peace to him.
Yeah, rest in peace. Those were like the rock legends. Carl Perkins to me was never like a big one that I ever knew much about. And so I don't know. This was another Honey Don'ts. Comes off
Beatles for Sale, yeah.
Beatles for Sale, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. Where they did a bunch of cover songs. And when you listen to Beatles for Sale, I mean, I love the original songs like No Reply, I'm a Loser. Yeah.
I'll Follow the Sun.
Follow the Sun. It's like the Beatles were really progressing their music and lyrically and musically and all this stuff. And then you get to Honey Don't, and it's like they took a step backwards to me, like because it's like this again. It's like this upbeat 50s rocker, and I don't know. I just don't like Ringo's vocals on these 50s rock, very upbeat songs. I just don't think it fits him very well, in my opinion. And I know Sam St. John really likes this song because he likes the part where he says, like, play it for me, George, or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that's
one time for Ringo.
One time for Ringo. And I guess that's what I feel like. It's a live song. I don't know if that's why they did that. It's obviously a studio song, but I guess they're just having a little bit of fun in there. I don't know. That doesn't do anything for me. I guess it's a little hokey. I don't know. But I know Sam loves that because of that part. But I don't know. Yeah, I just never cared for this one.
Fair enough. And I'll get to my number 10, which is a Carl Perkins one that you mentioned a couple of minutes ago, and that's Matchbox.
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty great cover, but not one of my favorite Beatles covers. But I probably wouldn't skip it if it was on Past Masters. But I wouldn't try and listen to this one unless listen to Past Masters.
Mm-hmm.
It's one I've not really got too much to say about it. I just feel like the Beatles did better covers, in my opinion. This is one of my least favorite Beatles covers, but I still think it's a pretty enjoyable song, though.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's your number 9.
All right.
Number 9.
Number 9. Number 9 for me, another cover song. Comes off of their first album, I believe, Please Please Me, and it's Boys, which is a song I think Ringo, one of the first songs I think Ringo played in the clubs and stuff. So it's still one he plays live. If you ever see him live, I think it's kind of one that he's always associated with. It's interesting. I think it's like a Shirelle song. I think it's a girl group song. Yeah. Because it's about boys, of course, and so you have Ringo singing about boys, and it's always kind of weird when you listen to it and you're like, okay, this should be like a girl singing it, but Ringo singing. I don't know. Again, it's just this early rock song that just to me doesn't fit with the Beatles. It's just me. Again, there are some really good cover songs that I love, like Twist and Shout and Please Mr. Postman, and there's all these great Money, and I like some of their cover songs for sure, but I don't know, some of these other cover songs I'm not as high on, and Boys is one I've just never been real high on. And I know some people really like this song, and so maybe I'm alone by saying it's one that I skip personally.
It's one of these favorite songs from Please Please Me. It's one of these favorites from that, but I still think it's pretty great though. But my number 9 is the other Carl Perkins song, Honey Don't.
Okay, so we're close on that.
I feel like the more I listen to this one, the more I quite like it. I didn't really like it that much when I first heard it. But when I went to Liverpool the first time, I heard this song playing in the Cabin Club.
Oh, yeah.
And I think because I was there, I didn't know what it was, but I ended up enjoying the song, finally. I think it's just because I love those Ringo, when he's interacting with George, with those couple of lines in the song.
Yeah.
I feel it has a bit of personality to it. And
right.
I quite like the guitar stuff from George on this song. But it is a very simple song, though. It's not.
Yeah.
There's not really anything crazy going on in it, though. But I still do enjoy it, though. I think Ringo sings the chorus very well. But that's my number 9. So it's your number 8 now, Jason.
Number 8. I think this it's still kind of a song I'm not crazy about, but I think maybe a little step up from what the other ones, and it's I Want to Be Your Man, which is off of with the Beatles, I believe. It's must be a Lennon McCartney song that they wrote for him, I believe, because it's not a cover song. I think they wrote this song, and the Rolling Stones took it first.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and they made like a hit, I think, out of it maybe first, and then of course the Beatles did with the Beatles. And I think I like the Rolling Stones version better. And
I've not actually heard that version.
You haven't? Okay.
No, the Beatles.
I think it fits the Rolling Stones pretty good. And I'm not a big Rolling Stones fan, actually. Like I much prefer the Beatles over Rolling Stones on most anything. This is one of the few times I say I kind of like Mick Jagger's vocals better than Ringo's vocals, and it's just that's the thing where Mick Jagger's the lead singer of that band, and Ringo's like the fourth singer on this band. But it's one of those things where I think John said when they wrote it, of course, if they really liked the song, they would have sang it, but they gave it away because they didn't think it was one of their strongest songs. So I think even John kind of admits it's not one of his strong songs that they worked on. I mean, it's got some nice catchiness to it. The other Beatles kind of sing along with it. Definitely another fast-paced rock song. I said I'm not as crazy about with Ringo, but it's not the worst. But yeah, it's still not one I'm super crazy about.
Right. Well, I'll get to with my number 8, which is from Please Please Me, and that's Boys.
Okay.
But it's probably one of these favorite songs from that Please Please Me album, but I still do really enjoy it though. Even though the songs about boys, not girls, which is something unusual at that time, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still think he sings the song very well. I love the way that Paul does those "bops you up" sort things in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. This is definitely a very early '60s song. You could definitely tell when you hear it. But I think that's what I quite like about it, though. But not really got too much else to really say other than that, really.
All right. I think we kind of somewhat agree on a lot of these so far.
Yeah, pretty much. Just slightly different.
Yeah. Oh, my number 7, you mentioned as your number 11, is "Don't Pass Me By." I have a little bit higher than you, though. It's not like a favorite song of mine for sure. It's Ringo's first song that he wrote. I remember when I did research on this when I was ranking my Beatles songs. That it's like a song that he wrote that I mean, like I said, he's not really a songwriter, but he was around great songwriters. And the Beatles were so huge, they can do anything and they couldn't do no wrong. And so Ringo even was like, oh, I'll try to write some songs. And so I think he was writing songs and he would show it to them like, hey, I wrote a song. And John and Paul would look at it, or George Martin or something, look at it and go, oh, the song has been done before. Like, we can't do this song. It's not good enough. And I think "Don't Pass Me By" is the song that he kept trying to get onto a Beatles record early on. I think he wrote that early on, if I remember right. I can't remember which album he first tried to put it on, but
either way, he didn't want them to pass it by.
He didn't want to pass it by. Don't pass this by. But so I think he wrote the song early on, and they just kept denying him the song. And then when they got to the White Album, I mean, it's like, well, it's hard to deny him anymore because we got 30 songs, and so it's like we gotta give Ringo something. Let's get "Don't Pass Me By" on here. So it's kind of interesting. He finally got his song that he wrote, first song that he's written, onto the album. And the White Album is such an interesting album because it was like you just threw everything at the wall on this album. There's so many different types of songs on here so "Don't Pass Me By" doesn't, it doesn't really fit with the Beatles necessarily, but because it's a White Album, like anything fit. And so it's like, why not throw this song on there? Because this song does feel like it's an older Beatles song compared to the other songs on the White Album. So I kind of get that feel when I listen to it because it is kind of a simple song, and it has I think it's this song that has kind of this. I don't know if I like the beat so much, like boom, 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 boom. It has like kind of this weird beat to it.
Yeah.
And I think it has, like you said, a harmonica. It sounds like harmonica or a fiddle or something.
I'm not really sure what it is.
I thought maybe it's like some kind of fiddle. It definitely gave it like a country feel to it, a country song feel to it, which I don't think it needed that. Like, I would have taken out that thing. I don't know, going throughout it. But I do like the chorus of the song, and I think I think definitely it's a step up for Ringo vocally, in my opinion. I kind of enjoy the "Don't pass me by, don't make me cry." I kind of enjoy that. It's actually not bad. It's not a bad song. It's just kind of in the middle for me. I would say. I've seen Ringo in concert, and he talks a little bit about the song, and then he'll start out on the song on piano. Ringo will start on piano, and he'll boom, boom, boom. He'll start doing the first part of the song on piano, and he'll sing a little bit of it, and then he'll jump off the piano and then just sing it, on the mic in front of everybody. So I kind of enjoyed that when Ringo did that in concert, starting at the piano and then jumping up on stage.
It's probably a song that sounds better live than in the studio, maybe.
Yeah, you might be right there. Yeah.
Before I say what my one is, we got Dr. Winston O'Boogie saying, "Hey guys, how we doing? We're doing well, thanks. How are you?"
Doing good.
So my number 7 is one that you've already mentioned. That's "I Want to Be Your Man." So we got the same 6 favorites.
Yeah, we're like one off on some of them, but yeah.
But I think the reason why I've got this one higher than some of these other covers is because it's an original song. It's not a cover that's been done before. I think that Ringo, I think he sings this very, very well, and I think out of the 4 Beatles, I think he's the one that suits it the most.
Yeah,
but I've got to hear the Rolling Stones version of this. So I think it suits Mick Jagger as well, this sort of song. But yeah, I do really enjoy it, and it does bring a smile on the face when I hear it on the second side. I'm not the biggest fan of with the Beatles second side really, but
Yeah,
I think this is one of the strongest songs from it in my opinion though.
yeah,
And
that's
they've
true.
got he's saying doing good, Adam and Jason, loving the stream.
I'm good,
Thank you, Winston. Dr. Winston.
Dr. Winston.
So I guess it's your number 6 now,
All right,
Jason.
so we got the same top six. I mean, in some order. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 6, I have "What Goes On," which comes off of the Rubber Soul album. And it's definitely a very country feel to it. It sounds like a country song, kind of, which I think, I don't know, and you know more about Ringo, I think, than me. You know his solo work more than I do, I think.
Mhm.
But doesn't he have somewhat? Isn't he have somewhat of a country feel to him in his solo work? Or
But, well, not really in terms of the albums, but there are some songs that do have a country sort of sound to them, but not a huge amount though.
yeah, I think he like his first album. He did like a cover song of country songs or something.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think one of them did have quite a few country
yeah,
song covers. Yeah,
yeah, or something. Anyways, I don't know. So I don't know what it is, but I don't know. His voice fits it pretty good, I think. The song definitely sounds almost doesn't fit on the Rubber Soul album because Rubber Soul album definitely the guitars are more heavier on a lot of the songs, and the bass has like this fuzzy sound to it. And you know, you compare this song to "Drive My Car" and "No
no,
Reason
you
Good,"
would. Yeah,
you know, "Nowhere Man," "In My Life," you know, all these really great songs. It definitely seems like it's out of place somewhat, but I mean, it's still not a bad song. I still like it. I like George. I like the chorus. And I like all the Beatles come in and harmonize. I think it sounds really good.
yeah,
The "What Goes On in Your Heart," like they really elongate the on and heart in anyways, and it sounds really nice anyway. So I like that aspect of the song.
yeah. I've actually got it a little bit higher,
Okay.
but before I say mine, we've got Sound Lab Studio saying, "Hey, Jason." He likes what goes on. Apparently, so did John Lennon. Cool. Well, I think we both like that song as well. But my number 6 is from Revolver, but also the Yellow Submarine album, and that's the Yellow Submarine.
Yellow Submarine.
Probably one of the most overplayed Beatles songs, but I still do enjoy it though. But I think it's one of those Beatles songs I actually prefer the verse to the chorus. Even
Oh,
though
really?
the chorus is more catchy apart though.
Yeah.
I just prefer the tune of the verse, in my opinion. But I love the chorus, especially toward the end of the song. I think that's when the chorus gets even better. When you got a lot more people singing along to it. But I love all the different sound effects as well. I feel like it makes it a lot more unique. And it probably
Hmm.
wouldn't be without those stuff. And I do quite like the acoustic guitar playing here as well. I could tell they're having a lot of fun doing
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. They kind
Mhm.
of. I feel like George Martin kind of let the leash off of them, and they just
Yeah. They
did
just
whatever they
went they just
wanted.
went they just went crazy on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, like, or I think George Martin wasn't around, and they did some of that stuff.
I don't know
It's like kids being let loose or something.
what they're doing with those sound effects. What the June.
Or what those sound effects.
Right. So you want to be on number 6, Jason?
Number 5.
Or is it? I don't. Oh yeah, it's number 5, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was me. Just me getting confused. It's number 5.
My number 5 is a song I feel like people don't like. I really like the song. Evidently, you like the song because you haven't talked about it yet. And it is "Good Night," which is the very last song on the White Album, which to me is like a good ender to that album because you're saying good night, you know.
Mhm.
Like you
Yeah.
listen to it, and I like that about it. Like I like how the Abbey Roads kind of ends with the song "The End," It's like, yeah, how can you? What's a better time than to say, the end or good night or goodbye or something? I always like that when people do that on albums. Anyways, but yeah, I think Glenn Kellaway, this is his least favorite song on the White Album. I think this might be his least favorite song of all time or something. Like I've heard him really bash this song, and I'm like, I really like the song, and maybe because it's so much different than anything they've done at that time. It's a lullaby. It's like a lullaby you sing to your kid at night. Yeah, it's definitely something the Beatles never do. But again, it's a White Album, so anything,
Anything goes.
anything goes on the White Album. It's just the White Album's all over the place, and that's what I love about the White Album. And this was a song that John, I know specifically, I think really wrote for his son Julian, maybe. And so like John could have sang it, but John was like, no, I think Ringo would fit well. And I love Ringo's vocals on this song. I think it works very well. And I love orchestra music. Anytime you throw music into a song like Yesterday,
Eleanor Rigby,
Eleanor Rigby,
A Day in the Life.
Day in the Life, yeah, even I'm the Walrus or something, like anytime you throw in some kind of orchestra and horns in, I absolutely love it. And I think the orchestra music is so beautiful. In fact, it begins with this beautiful orchestra kind of bum, 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 bum.
It almost sounds like a Disney sort of song.
It does, yeah. Sounds like it could be a musical or a Disney song. It's absolutely beautiful, I guess. And I don't know, maybe that's just me. I love that kind of music. So I'm just like, oh, I love this beautiful sound.
Fryer loves it as well. It might be his favorite Ringo song. It's definitely a surprise after Revolution 9. I agree, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely. My least favorite Beatles songs, it's Revolution 9.
Me too. That's my least favorite, is Revolution 9. Yes, there's definitely a contrast between that. And Ringo, I just love his good night sleep. It definitely like makes me want to go to sleep. It's so soothing. I don't know. I love singing along with it. It's just a fun song to sing to, in my opinion. Now it's time to say. I don't know. I just love it. It's just a pretty melody. Love it. And there's some horns at the end. There's like a horn or something that plays at the end. I love it.
Yeah, I love the song too. But my number 5 is from Help, and that's Act Naturally. And it was originally sung by Buck Owens. But I'm not sure if he wrote it, though. I don't really know who Buck Owens is.
I don't know Buck Owens.
Really. But I love the country sounding sort of tune to this, and I think the song's perfect for Ringo. It's just he's definitely the Beatles to be singing this, and I think the lyrics are really funny as well, but also quite cool as well. But I just like the whole vibe of the song really. I think it's one that grows on me more. I think a couple of years ago it probably would have been my number 8 or number 9, but I just enjoy this one quite a lot now, and I think Ringo's personality shines in the song as well. So you're number 4 now.
My number 4 is Act Naturally.
How is it?
Yeah, so I'm just one off of you, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with everything you said. I really enjoy Ringo's vocals on here.
Yeah.
I like the song in total. Like, I don't know Buck Owens that well. Evidently, he's like a country Hall of Famer or something, but I don't listen to country music as much. I know Jacob Martin. I was talking to him the other day, and this is he really likes this song because he's a country music fan. So I remember when I told him that I was going to do rank Ringo's 11 songs with Adam. He was like, "Oh, he won't be able to watch it live, but he said he'll definitely watch the replay."
Hi,
really
Jacob, watching this. Hi, Jacob, if you're watching this, yeah.
So I know, Jacob, you really like this song, Act Naturally, because it's a country song. But yeah, and I'm not a big country music fan, but I really like the song. Coming off the Help album. Help album's one of my favorite albums of all time. And this is definitely different than most of the other songs on there because it's more country, but yet it really works for me. Like you said, I love the lyrics of the song. Like, it's a funny song kind of because I love the premise of the song of like I'm going to be a really good actor because there's a part that's about a guy who's sad and lonely, and I'm
Mm,
sad and lonely basically. So I'm going to play this part perfectly, and I'm going to win an Oscar. And I don't know. So I love that whole idea behind it. That it's
mm.
kind of a song about being sad and lonely and maybe broken up with your girlfriend or something. But I love how he turns it around with, I'm going to play a part in a movie and I'm going to do really well because I'm playing.
He's gonna he's gonna win an Oscar. He might win an Oscar.
You can never tell because because he doesn't have to act. He just has to act himself. I don't know. I just think it's a really funny premise and
Yeah,
uh,
it's very clever with the lyrics.
very clever. Yeah, I think I like the clever lyrics, and I love Paul McCartney's harmonizing with Ringo during the I may win an Oscar, you can never tell. And
Yeah.
Paul takes the very high notes because
Mm-hmm.
Paul has a great tenor voice, whatever, and Ringo just sings kind of in the middle. He has kind of a middle vocal range, while Paul really can sing the high octave. So
Mm-hmm.
Paul's voice with Ringo sounds really great on those parts where they're singing together, I think. And that really kind of makes it one. That's why it really puts it over top as one of my favorite Ringo songs.
Cool. Yeah, we got what's it saying? Studio 2 out Abbey Road. I'm not sure what he means by that.
Me either.
But my number 4 is What Goes On from Rubber Soul.
Okay.
And I've always enjoyed this one. It's one that always puts a smile on my face, and I enjoy singing along to this one. It's a very catchy
Yeah.
song, and I love the harmonising in this one. I think this is one of the best Ringo songs in terms of the harmonising in it. And the lyrics and the chorus is very simple, but I think the whole song is just very catchy and just really, really enjoyable from start to finish. And I think this song does get overlooked because there's so many amazing songs of Rubber Soul,
Yeah.
but I still really enjoy this one. It began the second side like Act Naturally, and I feel like it
Yeah.
would have been a good single to have Act Naturally and What Goes On the
Yeah.
same maybe because they do sound quite similar.
Yeah.
I think they start quite similar as well, but What Goes On is my favourite of the two though.
Okay. So it's kind of a underrated song, you'd say.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
more underrated Beatles songs. And Dr. Winston said I was there playing Ringo's drums. Oh, really?
Oh wow.
Wow. I've
You have
got
to
to
go,
hear more about that. Definitely. Wow.
man.
I've been outside Abbey Road, but
I'd say
not inside it.
I've been outside of Abbey Roads, but yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard
What?
because
No idea what the interior looks like.
there's kind of a fence or a gate, or I don't know. Well, you can walk in, kind of.
I've been
But
inside the gift shop.
yeah, yeah, close by.
It's one of the best gift shops I've seen.
Yeah. I remember sitting there and looking and I think you're not supposed to go past the gate or something, but people did. People went pretty close to the door, but I was like, I don't want to get in trouble, so I was staying out there taking pictures. But I felt like
That,
if you
that,
want, there was no guard there, so I felt like if you wanted to trespass, you probably could, but I don't want to get in trouble.
no. I think the profile picture of him is him playing
Oh,
on the drums.
that picture there.
Wow, that's very cool.
Well, that's
And
yeah.
then what was Ringo's reaction when he saw you on the drums?
That's me drums.
In my yeah, no, that's his avatar. Look. Yeah, I guess is it yeah, your number 3?
Number
We're in
three,
our top 3 now.
top three. Yeah, this had to be in my top three. It's one of the most well-known songs that Ringo sings. I mean, when you think of Ringo, you think of this song, and that is Yellow Submarine. Like I said, comes off the Revolver album, and of course they made the Yellow Submarine album. Very different song that they've done. It's a kids sing-along song, basically. It's such a strange song to fit on the Revolver album that has all these psychedelic music and also some very beautiful ballads and stuff. Then you get the sing-along kids song, but yet it really works for me. Like you said, I love how it begins with it kind of begins with Ringo in a town, and then you get the strums, bum bum,
Yeah.
bum bum bum. So I love the single strokes of the acoustic guitar, and then when he gets kind of a little bit in, all of a sudden you get a more you get more of a constant strumming. So I love the contrast of the beginning to
I think it's
later.
got great instrumentation in that song.
Yeah, great instrumentation. Like you said, I love the sound effects they throw in there. Um,
There's all sorts of sound effects in it. Yeah.
yeah, there's waves, I think, at the beginning there, and then yeah, all kinds of. It sounds like there's a party or something going on. All my friends from all the board or whatever, every one of them. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, it's a really nice melody or whatever, fun song to listen to and sing to, and that is just to me one of the best sing along choruses ever. The "We All Live in it." Yeah, I mean, man, it is so fun to sing to that. Um, and like I said, I think I love how the other Beatles kind of join in with him on the chorus of the. So I love that when they go from the verse to the "We all," it's such a great transition there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, when I saw Ringo sing this live, this is one of the highlights I've ever had in a concert. Is singing this song when Ringo's singing it on stage, and Ringo, lets the crowd sing it by themselves.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you sing it, and then to be a part of a big crowd singing "We All Live in This." I mean, that was one of the
Yeah.
highlights of my
Mm-hmm.
seeing
That would have been really
Ringo.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, I think this song gets somewhat criticized. I've heard some people say they hate the song because it is kind of like I said, it's a kid's song. It's not like a serious song. It's kind of a goofy, funny song. But I don't know. I really enjoyed it because I just love the singing along with it. It's just a catchy song.
Mm-hmm.
And they're having a lot of fun with it, like you said. I love John when he does the,
Yeah.
all we need, Bubba, yeah. He does like.
I always thought it was Paul who did that part. I'm not.
Is it Paul?
Maybe thought
It's one of them.
not.
But
I've
yeah,
seen a Beatles tribute, and it was Paul who did that part.
okay.
I'm not sure if it is or not.
Yeah, I don't know, but I love that he's the repeat of the lines that he does.
Yeah.
Captain, and I don't know. Yeah, it's a real fun song, real enjoyable. Like I said, puts a smile on your face. So yeah, it had to be my top 3. Yellow Submarine.
Nice. Yeah, you got Dr. Winston saying, he did not know I sneaked. Oh, you snuck in.
Ringo doesn't know.
They must have left the door open or something.
Yeah.
Said that the atmosphere was something that will live with me forever.
Okay.
He referenced an Abbey Road song there. Something, I guess. Yeah, not sure if that's what it meant, but right. My number 3 is one that you mentioned a few minutes ago, and that's "Good Night"
It must be Good Night.
from
Yeah.
the Beatles album. And in my opinion, this might be a controversial thing to say, but I think the song's a masterpiece. I love it. I really, really love this song. I love the orchestration and the lyrics. And I think that John Lennon originally sang this before they actually recorded it. But I think Ringo does a brilliant job on this song. I think I'd love to see the version that John Lennon did.
Yeah.
But I think Ringo just does it really, really well. And it's a song that I think that definitely does sound very, very Disney-like. That I mentioned that a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's what a way to close the album as well. With 30 songs, you end it with that. It's good they didn't end it with the Revolution 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good they didn't end it with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just absolutely love it. I'm not sure why Glenn doesn't like it so much. I'll probably need to ask on that one.
I just know I've heard him say he doesn't like that song. Maybe it's too sentimental. I don't know. It's too.
Maybe the lyrics are too simple.
Yeah.
I really like the lyrics in that one.
Cheesy. I don't know what he thinks, but yeah.
I love it. I think it's a perfect song. Right, we're in the top 2 now,
and we both have the same top 2, basically, right?
Yeah, we do.
I think there's 2 songs neither one of us mentioned, I believe. So
right.
interesting. We'll see. So that's good. We're kind of somewhat agreement there. Uh, Number two is the other song that I think is so famous for Ringo. Um, it's definitely a must, song that he sings at every concert, and that is "With a Little Help from My Friends," which comes off of the Sgt. Pepper's album, which you have there. I see behind you.
Yeah.
uh,
Next to Ringo's self-titled album.
yeah. Yeah, this is maybe, like I said, I feel like Yellow Submarine and this song is his two most famous songs, maybe, that you associate with Ringo. Definitely like two of his biggest hits, I would say. And this is great because it's like the second song off of the album, coming off of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the titled song. And it kind of transitions, so there's no break in between songs. So even when I listen to With a Little Help from My Friends by itself, I still get the end part of the last song, which is kind of interesting.
You're that Billy Shears part, yeah.
Billy Shears, bum ba bum bum ba bum. What can you? Anyway, so I love that transition from the Sgt. Pepper's to Ringo coming out with I don't know, and how he starts that song. It's just so great. It's kind of upbeat, great bounce to it. Again, I think it's probably my favorite Ringo vocal work. It's up there, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, it's my number two favorite song. So I think his vocals work really well with the song. And I just love Ringo, and then the other maybe three Beatles. They do this kind of, I don't know, I call it like call response, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Okay, yeah. And I love that because, what would you do if you turn, I don't know, but I was. Anyways, I love that.
He's answering their questions pretty much.
Yes, yeah, that's it. They're kind of asking him. Yeah, they're asking him. Do you believe in love at first sight? I'm sure it happens all the time. So I love that.
Really great.
Asking the question, answering it. Yeah, I love the harmonies of the other three Beatles as they sing, and then it gets to him. Yeah, that's definitely like the highlight of that whole song to me. Plus, the chorus again is very catchy, and again, when he sang this live, it was one of the highlights of singing the song with Ringo on stage. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get, singing that whole part, and then I think it's just maybe the only time he hits a big note, but he hits kind of a big note at the end.
Yeah, towards the end, yeah.
He does a pretty good job at. He doesn't do that very often with the little help.
I definitely couldn't do that bit.
Yeah.
I would have definitely struggled.
I wonder if it took him a couple takes to hit it, or if he did it naturally. I don't know, but overall, it's just a really enjoyable song.
Yeah, and I'll be talking about that soon.
Yeah.
Talk about what's going on here first. So, what's your opinion of Revolution 9? Yeah, I in my opinion, it's a bad Beatles song. It's only a bad Beatles song, I'd say, though. It just goes on for too long.
Oh, way too long, yeah. I ranked all my Beatles songs. It was last on my rankings.
Yeah. There's not even any singing or anything.
It's not a song though. Yeah,
just a lot of noises.
Just noises. Yeah. Yeah.
I've only heard it twice, but it was a long 8 minutes of my entire life.
It's the longest Beatles song, I think, and it's
yeah, it is. It's like 8 minutes. Or something.
8 minutes, and it's like it's just so repetitive, and so like I'm done with it after a couple minutes for sure.
I would have thought it was all right if it was maybe only a minute or a minute.
Yeah.
I think it goes on way too long.
I mean, it does give us the number nine. That's like the one thing it gives us, I guess. I love repeating that.
You got Dr. Winston saying, "Can I can't enjoy you guys next time?" Yeah, definitely. It'd be great to have you on. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Adam Carmenter on Facebook. See, that's probably the best way to get in contact with me. But yeah, it'd be great to have you on the stream. But I guess I'll get to it. My second favorite Beatles song, and that's "With Little Help from My Friends."
Really?
Yeah. So that means we got the same favorite.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case, but all right.
But I'm pretty much just echoing what you said, really. with the call and response, and I love the whole instrumentation, especially with the bass work here. And I'm assuming that's Paul who did that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but I just really love it. It's an iconic Beatles song, and I think the Muppets sang it at one point.
Oh, really?
That's how big the song is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it's definitely one of the better songs from Sgt. Pepper's, and I love the transition from it with the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I think it would have been cool maybe if it was just one complete song rather than being two separate songs, but
Like it, yeah.
I think I do enjoy how it is, though. We've got Dr. Lindsay saying thank you. I did say, he was subscribed. I'm not sure who he means. So subscribe to who?
To Dr. Winston.
Ah, yeah.
I don't know if he has a channel, maybe.
Maybe. Oh, it says thank you, Sound Lab. Yeah, I'll have to check out your channel too.
Yeah.
I'll do that after this. But yeah, we got the same favorite then.
Wow. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe I was alone on this, but okay. So I guess I'm not.
No. So yeah, you go ahead and talk about Octopus's Garden, I guess.
It is Octopus Garden, as you guessed.
From Abbey Road.
I figured, yeah, most people would probably say, with a little help from my friends, maybe is their favorite. I don't know. So I thought this would be kind of a surprise to say Octopus Garden be my favorite, but maybe it's other people's. It's your favorite too, I guess. So this comes off of the Abbey Road's album, and it's actually one of my favorite songs off the album, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of people go, "Oh, I like everything except for Octopus." I've heard people say like Octopus Garden's like one of their least favorite, and I'm always like, that's like one of my top favorites on that album. And it's of course the second song that Ringo wrote. He wrote two songs, "Don't Pass Me By" and "Octopus's Garden." So I like that he wrote the song himself. It's definitely, again, it's got kind of a country feel to it. The guitar work is definitely like this country western guitar, which I really like. I think it's really well done in song. I'm guessing it's probably George playing it, maybe. But I like about the song, again, it's kind of a fun song, not really serious song, but I love that, you start with the verses, and then you have this almost transition period between the verse and the chorus. I guess it's part of the verse, but I love how it goes, he's singing and then he goes, and then they will dance around. When he does that part, like, I love that section.
Yeah.
Sounds great. It's different. And I love the piano, because the piano all of a sudden comes in really hard on that part. If you listen to it, all of a sudden the piano comes in, do 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 do, and we will dance around, bum bum bum, something something can't be found, boom 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 boom. I love that whole transition from the verse to the chorus, and how they use the different instruments like the bass and the piano, and it sounds so great, and it's really catchy, I guess, and then you get to the chorus, and I think it's a great chorus, very catchy. I like to be under the sea and not to, anyway, like, it's a fun song to sing to again. And I love, and then he sings the first part by himself, and then the second part, the other Beatles come in with the ooh.
Yeah, brilliant harmonizing in that song.
I love when they come in on the second part. And I love that the transition, or it evolves, the song evolves to just him, and then the other Beatles join in. And then the guitar solo is really great, I think. I really enjoy it. It's different. It's got like a country western feel to it that I think really works for the song. Anyways, yeah, it's, again, just a really fun song to sing to, and yeah, I love the whole instrumentation of it.
Yeah, I couldn't have said any better myself. But I love the I think there's like bubble effects in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. It really makes you feel like you're
Yeah.
under the sea. Yeah. But I agree, it's one of my favourite songs from Abbey Road too. And it's in my top 50 Beatles songs. I love it that much.
Yeah.
And when I first heard Abbey Road, I wasn't the biggest fan when I first heard Abbey Road, really, but
Oh yeah.
I was really probably listening to it though. I think I was playing some card games at the time or something. But when the song came up, but when I first heard the song, I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it stood out to me when I first heard it about three years ago.
Okay. I would say it's a very underrated song. I don't think it's
Yeah,
talked enough.
it's one of the sort of underrated Beatles songs ever, I
Yeah,
think.
I agree.
And we listened to the song on the way to Ringo's house in Liverpool,
Oh yeah.
and it was great seeing him working on the song and Get Back as well.
Yes. I love
And I
that.
love the story behind the song. Really, I think George Harrison helped write some of it,
Yeah.
but I think it's a story that Ringo does love telling quite a lot though.
Yeah.
Did they say it when you saw him in concert? Did he talk about Octopus's Garden?
I don't think he does. That's funny. It's one of those songs that I don't think he really plays usually. I think Sam saw him in concert recently and he did play it, but I think when I saw him, he wasn't playing that in concert, which is like too bad because to me it's like it's one of the songs you wrote. Why not sing it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's got amazing instrumentation all around on that song. I think it's a song that you can't fault really. And Soundless Studios, I think he agreed. I think he's got the same favorite as us.
Yeah. He has Octopus
Little friends.
Garden.
Yeah, I've never seen the octopus emoji before,
Yeah.
and the Ringo album's superb. Yeah, one of my favorite Ringo solo albums. Time Takes Time is my favorite though. Have you heard that Ringo album, Jason?
No, I don't think I
The
have.
self-titled one. Highly recommend it. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I need to listen to some of his solo work.
and said I'm on Instagram, guys, but very poor in the world computer literacy. Not really. But if you want, you can let us know your Instagram name on the chat of this live stream if you want. Or you can just see if you can find me on Instagram. Adam James C5. That's my name on Instagram. And if you guys can help me out next time, we'll try our best to help. Yeah, definitely. And you guys are knocking out the park. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And how do you subscribe on live chat? I'm not even sure if I don't really know. Maybe wait until the stream's over if
Yeah.
you're looking to subscribe to one of our channels or both. Right, since some Ringo made not the best singer songwriter, but yeah, little help from his friends, help him shine like a star. Very well said, Briar.
Very well put, Briar.
Yeah, well said, definitely. But that's it. We went all the 11 Ringo Starr Beatles songs in just under an hour.
Yeah. What do you think,
Very
Trudy?
Yeah, okay, so Octopus's Garden was number one then.
Yeah, can't believe you had the same favourite.
Yeah, I
Indicates.
thought that was kind of a hidden gem. I don't know what to say. I thought it was kind of not a usual number one, but that's cool that we both got it.
Yeah, I really enjoy doing this. And again, I've got Jason's channel description below. And if you want to let us know your favourite Beatles Ringo songs, then let us know in the comments. You can even talk about your favourite solo Beatles songs if you want. But before we conclude the stream, have you got any plans for your channel, Jason? What videos have you got coming up?
Yeah, like I said before, like I shot a video that I'm gonna post later about what I've been watching lately. I need to do another Beatles, following my Beatles rankings. I need to do that as well because I haven't done one for this week. On November 5th, I'm doing a live stream on my channel with Mike from Did You See That? And we're going to talk about the movie or the trilogy Back to the Future.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I'll
definitely chatting that one.
Mike's a big fan of Back to the Future, and I'm a big fan too.
Yeah,
and
I'll be tuning in for that.
Good. Because we're going to do it the same time like we do at 2 p.m. my time, since Mike is in England. So it'll be 8 p.m. his time. If you know, November 5th is the date that they go back in time to November 5th, 1955.
Oh, so, yeah.
That's why I picked November 5th to do the
Oh,
live.
well, it's meant to be then.
So Mike's not going to any bonfire displays then.
No.
He's stopping
yeah.
in that night.
Really great stream, guys. Have a good weekend, Halloween. You too, Brian. Thank you.
We've got the
Let's
pumpkin
do a
ready.
live stream about the Beatles, Jason.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know Sound Lab Studios, Jason?
Yeah, we've been talking a little bit lately. Yeah, he chats on my channel quite a bit lately, and comments on my channel anyways. And so I've been he's got 65 subscribers, so he's fairly new. And he talks about music. He's got a vinyl collection, and he talks about his vinyl collection and all of that.
Out.
And so
Yeah.
we've been talking about doing a collaboration at some point. So, but yeah, Garrett's a good guy.
I'll talk about some of the videos I've got planned. We're going to be at some point doing a video talking about the album, the 2022 albums I bought.
Okay.
And they're going to be going to a recording studio soon, doing a video there. And we went to do that a few days ago, but the guy called sick. He was going to show us around, so
Okay.
we've got another date to do that.
I'm doing the recording for that, so no pressure.
Yeah. And there's a thread that I made up that we're doing at some point, top 5 bands / artists album trilogies. And I've got a couple of Beatles videos planned that and I'm going to be doing another contest soon. It's going to be a Christmas themed one. Yeah, we've got
Quite a bit then.
got all of them going on in my channel next. But I think that's it for the live stream. I really enjoyed doing this. Yeah, it's been great. And thank you to everybody in the chat.
Some
Yeah, I
great comments.
appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for giving me my drink.
That's
I
all
have
right.
one now, actually.
You've got another one.
Yeah, I have one now, but we conclude this.
Bottoms up.
Any final words, Jason?
No, this was real fun. Interesting going through Ringo's only 11 songs. It's kind of funny because I was like, wow, he only did 11, but he only did like one per album.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was great getting to kind of go through and analyze everything the best I can.
I hope no one asks us to do this for all the Lennon and McCartney ones.
No, yeah, I was thinking that too. I don't know if I can do it.
So that's not the case.
We're going to be here for a while doing
It'll
that.
take a long time.
But that's it for this live stream, and I'll see you guys next video or live stream. Until next time, ciao. Goodbye.